Welcome to tonight's BBC broadcast on the Spanish Conquest of the Aztecs. Today we have a special guest, a historian from Australia, David Jones.
So how did the Spanish conquest begin?
It all began with Christopher Columbus, who led a series of voyages to the Caribbean in the 15th century. Columbus went to Spain and was able to get a support from the Catholic monarchs. He then set forth with 3 small ships and landed on the coast of the Caribbean islands.
So what happened to Christopher Columbus when he got there?
Following in the footsteps of Christopher Columbus, Spain Hernán Cortés brought the Spain fleet across the seas, and within 2 years, Cortés had completely overthrown the Aztec Empire.
So who conquered the Aztecs?
The Spanish tried to convert the Aztecs to Christianity, and if they refused, they would either be killed or put into slavery. As a result, the Aztecs rose up in the battle. Then the Spaniards got the upper hand through disease, having brought unknown diseases like smallpox and measles with them. It's estimated that these diseases killed 3/4 of the Aztec army and helped bring down the empire.
But how did he actually defeat the Aztecs?
The Spaniards destroyed the Aztec city and built Mexico City on top of it. Most of the Aztec civilization was destroyed with the conquest.
In 1519, Hernán Cortés' ships reached the coast of Mexico at the place of Yucatan. Mexico had already been discovered by the Spanish a year ago, and they were eager to settle this new land.
At Tabasco, Cortés was met by some locals, but he quickly overpowered them, and the locals surrendered. They provided Spanish supplies, food, and 20 native women. In those 20 women was Manta Lizzie, and she became Cortés' wife, and they had a child with him named Martin.
After a few long months, Cortés left the coast of Yucatan, heading west. He found Veracruz, where he dismissed the authority of Velasquez and made himself ruler under order of King Charles I of Spain. He disciplined his men so they were a unit of soldiers. To add to that, he burnt their ships so retreat was impossible.
The conquest went for a long time, but the 2 leaders who led the armies were Hernán Cortés and Montezuma II. Both leaders were very inspiring to their people.
For the famous battle, there were more things in the Spaniards' favour because the Spanish had diseases
Montezuma reigned for 48 years, between 1502 and 1550. Cortés reigned from 1485 to 1547.
Thank you for tuning in for tonight's BBC broadcast of the Spanish Conquest of the Aztecs. Special thanks to David Jones. Thank you for being great at the interview, for being a great interviewer. And we'll see you in the next BBC broadcast. After your food...
At Tabasco, Cortés was met by some locals, and guys, come on.